Sup, nerds? Welcome back to our Mandalorian Chapter 20 review. As always, if you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell us what your favorite moments are in this episode. So, want to kick it off, Gecko, with how fucking great this episode was?
Um, of that, found it kind of short, and I was like, damn, why they, instead of making them longer after a long episode, because the week before was a pretty long episode, but I was like, damn, but it's so much how they could craft a story in so little time. Like, I like the whole episode because it showed like the little, the Mandalorian people, interacting, spending time training and stuff like that. It showed the clan how they were, working together to get better. And it showed how they end up relying on each other because that monster, that fucking bird, was it? Was it a bird?
I think it was like a dragon kind of thing.
It was some weird ass shit, like.
Though.
Yeah, no, but but I wasn't expecting that when he fell in the water and that other monster ate it. That to me was crazy. I was like, oh, and I liked the ending too, where they're pulling the babies.
Yeah,
and I guess they're gonna train them and ride them, which will be awesome if they end up doing that, like training them and riding them, like, but I'm just getting out of hand. I like how grogu is getting trained, and he showed.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you want to talk about this part because I know yesterday you brought it up, the armor.
Oh, Lord. I mean, he already had his first piece. I completely forgot about that first piece that they gave him.
And but is it that they're building the armor? Like, because I think that's like, I don't know. I think it's like she gave him the front plate, right?
Yeah. She gave him the chest armor.
Okay.
Because that one thing covered up like half his entire front torso, and that's where he's most vulnerable because in the back he always has the hover dome. So he's always protected in the back, so now he has that protection right here.
And if you see, he still had that little thing from, I think Boba Fett, was it, where Mando gave it to him, the little suit under.
Oh yeah, the chainmail.
Yeah, the chain.
Yeah, when he saw him in Boba Fett, yeah, he gave it to him.
And now he had that, and then you see she put the chest plate, and to me that was something nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this episode has some great moments where we get together this Sunday. Is it that we're gonna get together?
Yes.
Yeah, probably Sunday. That when we get together to do the top 5 is gonna be hard because I know you're probably thinking about it, that I forgot about it, but the ending.
Sir, you can't forget about the ending.
The ending. Do you want to talk about the ending? Because, to be honest, that ending...
The fact that she hid it from everybody and asked the armorer.
But did the armorer believe her?
I think the armorer did. Personally,
and
I think
told her, like,
of course, this is the way. Like, you see it, but it's supposed to be mythical. They always thought it was just a myth.
Because if you see...
That's probably not true. I need Tony. But
damn it, Tony, where are you when we need you on this?
But the fact that she chose to have both the Mythosaur, so their clan, and Night Owls together makes me feel like she's going to reunite all of them together and create an army. Now they got the birds as new foundlings, so they're going to train them.
But I think the Mythosaur, the whole thing with the Mythosaur is that's not is it Mando's clan? I thought the Mythosaur,
what they put on their...
Yeah, I thought the Mythosaur was like the whole lore of
Her
the
pigment.
Mandalorian. Yeah. So she said everybody's
True, that's the
welcome to
culture.
use it.
Yep.
And if if you if you see, like, I don't know, that ending to me kind of like felt weird because I'm like, did she believe her? Because
Yep. It
she's
felt
like,
really
no,
alien.
what what did I if I tell you that because she's like, oh, I seen it. He's like, oh yeah, we see it in our visions, and she's like, no, I seen him in real life in the waters of Mandalore, and she's like,
This is the way.
this is this is the way.
She believed her. There's no way she didn't believe her. The armor has always been really like held back a little bit, but hit like you can tell the intentions, I feel. Like she
I,
believed her, she was just in shock that she saw
and I
one.
and I feel the armor is getting a lot of good time in this series.
I
To be
love
honest, like
the armor.
I love the armor. Like, when she took Grogu, come with me, and she's telling Grogu, because they're teaching him.
Yep.
He's
Every
basically
time
a foundling.
the fact we're completely missing baby Yoda's backstory.
Oh, see what I'm telling you? It's
Dude,
gonna be hard to miss those part because that that baby Yoda backstory. Oh man, that's crazy.
that had to hurt him. He knew what was going on. And the fact that a Jedi did take him off planet.
And I know there's a lot of Easter eggs on this, and trust me, if Tony would have been here, that would have
Tony will
been
help us. I promise.
would have help us. But trust me, we'll get a lot of this info on our top 5. But at the end of the day, that is true. That's another thing. They explain his. And I
Story.
know there's a couple Easter eggs there. I
Mm.
just haven't really finished. But everything about this episode was well crafted. I think it's gonna be hard to beat this series, to be
No,
honest.
and I have to be honest, I'll get more into a why, but this series has beat The Last of Us for me personally, and I rated The Last of Us very high.
I rated The Last of Us very high too,
But
and I
I'm
totally had
sorry,
to agree with you.
nothing compares to Mandalorian for the simple fact. I forgot his name. If Tony was here, he would help us, but he will help us on Sunday. I love him so much. If in the beginning he didn't respect them, he didn't care that they were there, and then as soon as his kid's gone, Bo-Katan just was the smartest one, took the fucking plane and chased it. Came back. Like she's really into the entire thing. It doesn't feel like she's doing it to do it no more. She really is
Exactly.
a heartfelt for it. So
Like,
it pulls at your heartstrings, and you don't even need to see faces, but you can feel what they look like underneath the mask.
no, and the crazy thing that now that we're talking about that whole Bo-Katan, she goes and she helps them out, and then when they're about to eat, to me this moment was, I felt it real nice because she's like, how do we eat? And he tells her, oh, when they give you your food, you just go to a place and take your mask and you eat.
Yep.
And then she's about to stand up, and the guy tells her, the guy that was hesitant at first and whatnot, tells her, no, since you're leading the search party, you get to be by the fireplace. This is the way. And leaves.
Oh man.
To
I'm
me, that
sorry.
moment was like, oh
So
my
like
God.
because the respect was there. And the fact that when he got back, he
Exactly.
did everything, and he's like he completely like you could tell like he was like in tears, dude, underneath that mask that he got his son back, and Mando saved him. He was like, "Thank you. This
And
is the
then
way.
he's like,
This
this
is
is
the
the
way."
way.
Dude,
You
this
know what I'm
series is
saying?
so good. They need to let his name is Jon Favreau, right?
Yeah.
Just let him do him. Don't even bother him no more. Just let him continue what he's making because it's amazing and it's fixing the holes that we have in what they did create with the sequel trilogy. We're getting it. Let him hold it, please, because this is very good.
Oh, it's
Episode
very
for me,
good.
10 out of 10. I gotta grab my pen.
Oh,
That rhyme.
I agree with you. It's a total 10 out of 10, bro.
The
I have
series
to
has been
agree.
10.
It this this show for real, like you said, it even though you're not seeing their faces, you could kind of tell, like you could tell the emotions is there, the feelings are there. The
Yep.
To me, like I
All
said,
of it.
it's a lot of good moments in that episode where it's gonna be hard when it comes to picking our top 5 this Sunday
Oh, it's
because
going to be almost
e-
impossible.
everything about, like, bro, the episode lasted 32 minutes, but that's be- bullshit because once the credits finish, it's like a 27 minutes and something, and you're like,
I wanted more.
what the
They
hell?
tease you with it.
What the
Because
hell did I just
next
watch?
episode, we're probably going to get more Dr. Pershing, I feel.
And where's Moff Gideon? We haven't
Right.
even got more of Gideon.
And we
It's
have,
a
what,
lot of.
2-3 episodes left?
How many episodes is it? I think it's 9 episodes, Tony said.
I believe it was 9.
Yeah, so we still got this is episode 4, so we still got 5.
Okay. But still, it feels like I don't want it to end. This is one thing I don't want to stop. And I never
And
felt that about Star Wars before.
dude,
I have to be
and
honest.
I think Star Wars is really killing it. I might have
Dude,
to agree with
they're on
Tony.
top. Nothing any studio has put out has made me feel as hyped as Mando has made me feel these last 4 weeks. And I know that's very nerdy, but I'm here for it.
We started ranking the season at 9. And it just the last 3 weeks alone just been straight bangers, 10s.
Yes.
And that's because the way that it explained everything, bro. Last week's episode was amazing too. That was another episode where it was long, but he told the story he had to tell. This episode was short, but he told the story he had to tell. It was like a story of uniting them more, uniting the clan more. And to me, I love that interaction between the whole clan. Like you said, the kid was feeling cocky. And then,
Hit him with
I like the how.
And then Grogu's like, I can do it? Really? Ah, shit. All right. Boop, boop.
I liked the part where Bo-Katan is putting the little thing on Grogu and tells him, "Yeah, he just believes a lot in you. My father used to do it to me."
Yep.
I tell him like, "Yeah, I know you probably don't want to do it, but." And then he's like, "Grogu, if you don't act, you ain't gonna win. Come on, bro."
Yeah. He's like, do it. Who cares? This is your phone now. This is your family. Do it.
And I thought that those moments like that is nice. I like how all the Mandalorians are there and Grogu's walking around them and stuff, like, all little, and they acknowledge him, like, if you want to be a Mandalorian, which is weird because you're like, oh wow, he actually wants to be a Mandalorian.
Yeah, and he's doing it. He's 100% doing it. I have a little reckless theory that I want to run past you.
Uh-huh.
I've spoke about it a few times, but we've seen it in this episode too, where all the animals are very calm around Grogu. What if Grogu tames the Mythosaur and Din Djarin leads the Mandalorians at Mandalore with Bo-Katan's help? What if they form this little love triangle?
See, this is something we had to pass through Tony because I don't know.
One.
It's a good one, but are we gonna really start making love stories here? Like, I don't know. Like, this is something.
You see the seeds of it?
Certain things. I just seen how Din Djarin is a gentleman. He's a real good gentleman.
Yeah, he's a stud, that's for sure. Probably because
yeah. Yeah, like he's funny. It's funny. What this show is really, like I said, it's amazing. This show, I really don't know. And like I said, me and you obviously thought highly about The Last of Us,
Yeah, and this
and
beat it outright.
this already topping it to me with 4 episodes where each episode gets good. Like, look, the action that we got in this episode was amazing, bro. Like
Absolutely.
that
All
bird
of it.
dragon, whatever, takes that Mandalorian. Bo-Katan goes, stabs that animal. There's
It
amazing
made up
sequence.
for all the slowness in the last episode. It made up for it, which was amazing. So I have
And that's
zero
the
complaints really about it.
but but that's the thing. Last week episode flowed the way it flowed because
Of
and it
course.
was perfect. Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, last week episode still had their action.
Oh
I
yeah,
just felt
no.
this episode was like more like a more upbeat tempo, like more
Yeah.
faster, where more action, more he had his slow moments, but like last week episode was more slower. So I do understand where you're going, but it's still amazing the way they're telling the
Oh,
stories. At the end of
absolutely.
the day, when you think about it, it's amazing how they're telling the stories. And to me, to be honest, I can't wait till next week and watch the
Me
next
neither.
episode. To be honest, you know,
I want a
um,
movie. Let Jon Favreau make a movie.
yeah, but I think you know we might as well cut it here.
Yeah, we could keep
Can't
going
wait for
by ourselves if
yeah.
we really wanted to.
But we're gonna cut it here just so see what Tony when we get to Tony and he give us his expertise on the subject.
Yeah. And I can't wait for it because
Other
he's
than
gonna
that,
explain things so much better.
yeah. So wrap it up, Sleepy.
All right. I appreciate everyone for sticking around. If you like what you saw, again, like, comment, subscribe. If you comment down below, you're also entered in a PS5 giveaway at 5K subs. So take advantage. Deuces, nerds.